It's a moment years in the making. On a hot and humid Monday morning, all eyes are on Darwin's Supreme Court as the stage is set for a long-awaited murder trial.
I don't think it's possible to overstate the stakes involved for those people who are anticipating it. It's very rare for a police officer to be charged with murder in any instance in Australia, but particularly over the death of an Aboriginal person. It's highly unusual.
At the centre of the furore, Constable Zachary Rolfe, accused of murdering 19-year-old Kumanjayi Walker during an attempted arrest over 2 years ago. Due to the pandemic, only a few relatives of Kumanjayi Walker were able to travel to Darwin for the hearings.
We are still moro, hurting every day. We are still holding those bad feelings about what took place at Yuendumu on the 9th of November 2019. Our community is still shaking, wondering what's going to happen.
1,500 kilometres south of Darwin lies the alleged crime scene where the shooting unfolded in November 2019. It was a Saturday night in the Warlpiri community of Yuendumu when police went to arrest Kumanjayi Walker. After the teenager stabbed one of the officers with a pair of scissors, he was allegedly shot 3 times. The 19-year-old was taken away and died hours later. Across the nation, justice for Walker became a rallying cry.
We're all here to come together.
4 days after the shooting, Northern Territory Police charged one of its own, Constable Zachary Rolfe. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges, including manslaughter and engaging in a violent act causing death.
An Australian police officer has been charged with the murder of an Aboriginal teenager in an outback town.
The case has caught the attention of former Northern Territory journalist Kate Wild, who is writing a book about the trial.
The relationship between police and Aboriginal people is a very charged issue. It isn't a straightforward relationship. So this is a case and an instance that very easily divides people.
Rolfe was raised in Canberra and joined the Northern Territory Police Force in 2016. Since his arrest, the 30-year-old has been suspended on pay, supported by the NT Police Association.
We're very pleased to be underway today. It's been a very long 2 years, obviously from a police association's perspective. Nothing changes for us. We'll continue to provide ongoing support to Zach and his entire family.
The case has been hampered by delays. First COVID, then a legal curveball after defence lawyers sought to argue that Constable Rolfe was acting in good faith at the time of the shooting.
So just 8 months before the shooting, the Northern Territory Legislative Assembly passed a new law that said that police officers and their associates and employees acting in exercise of their powers and functions couldn't be sued or prosecuted for anything if they were acting in good faith.
An extraordinary High Court appeal, lodged days before the trial was due to commence last year, considered whether that law applies to police whenever they're on duty or only when exercising special police powers, such as making an arrest.
So they found that the scope of the defence, or what is seen as a police immunity, should not be broad and should only be narrowly applied to where it was necessary for the execution of the warrant.
And that left open the possibility that a jury might decide in this case that by the time the shooting happened, the police officer was no longer exercising his powers.
That decision now rests with the jury, empanelled today for what's expected to be a 4-week trial. Based on previous trials, that jury is unlikely to include many Aboriginal people.
Aboriginal people in the Territory make up approximately 30% of the general population, and yet make up less than 3% of jurors.
Whatever the verdict, the ramifications will likely be felt across the Northern Territory for years to come.
Let's suppose that Zachary Rolfe is acquitted, he's found not guilty, there will be undoubtedly great anger and disappointment in parts of the Aboriginal community. If Zachary Rolfe is found guilty of murder or one of the alternative charges, there will be enormous anger and outrage amongst large sections of the police force in the Northern Territory and across Australia. So I don't think there is a peaceful, happy outcome.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.